I'm a brewhead! Totally afraid, but I'm gonna dive into this guy here. So I'm gonna start out by giving her a spray with some Star San. Make sure she's all good to go. Alright, so I'm gonna fucking put my hands in the sanitizer. I have a small mace soaking in the Star San to put the dregs in. And I'm hoping to use that to sour a brown. Let's take this off. Let's get a whiff. Hey, that's not absolutely horrible. So I'm going to try to pour this out, leaving as much of the cake behind as I can. That looks pretty good. Now we got that. Should we sample that? How about this? I'm gonna stick my finger in it. That's not really totally sour. Like I say, it doesn't matter that I'm really sticking stuff in here, like my finger, because I'm going to be pasteurizing this as soon as I'm done playing with it. Okay, I'm going to dip this in. Go like that. I'm going to put that in here. Alright, let me go get the Hefe. No, there's a Hefe. We'll just leave this guy sit for now. I'm going to add it to this. I'll sample this first. Then I'm going to add this for basically a 50-50 mixture. And we'll sample that. So let's point this fucker up. This will be the initial tasting. Whoa. That's painful. Let's see what we got. Here's the sour. Cloudy. Basically looks like a Hefe. The aroma, kind of funky. This has got a lot, like the dominant is, I'll say clove. It's like a lager funky. It's got like a bit of that lager smell with a lot of clove. Alright, I'm afraid. Here we go. Oh, the specific gravity started at 1039, which was 9.8 bricks. And I just got a reading of 5.2 bricks, which, using the calculation thing, it said that it was down to 10.9. And is right at 4% ABV. So it performed actually just like a yeast. Here we go. It's sour, but not exuberantly. I was expecting way more sourness. It's amazing the cloveness that came through. It's not that far off from the Hefe. I mean, this has some banana. Okay, sorry about that. I had battery failure. Just started. Here's the glass. I poured a glass of the Hefe mixed with probably a third of the yogurt guy. Seriously? Oh, I can see it like springing. You know, where it's the bubbles are like popping up. Motherfuckers are like, ow! Ow! Waking their asses up for sure. Yeah, these motherfuckers are screaming. Can you see that? Let's take a look. I don't know if that's coming through. It doesn't really seem like it is. The motherfuckers like, looks like they're jumping out. That's crazy.
What's the floaty stuff?
Yogurt. Yeasty beasties. It's amazing how similar to Saccharomyces cerevisiae. That it really, it's amazing how similar to regular yeast it is. We'll see if I get sick. I'm gonna pasteurize this and I'm dumping it in the keg of Hefe that I got right now. Oh, it's really springing now. Ooh, you can feel them hitting. No, you can't. I don't think that's coming through. I'll go like this. Crazy. What are you doing? What? You can say stuff because it's like I'm gonna keep what I'm saying right now.
I think you shit yourself. I'm kidding. I like to make sure you don't use it.
What the fuck?
Like as if it's raining on it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
How long do you do this?
Well, I gotta get it to 165.
And then once it's
Keep
at
it
that.
there for like 10 or 15.
Yeah, okay.
We're at 122.
Might really, I mean, it's pot then. It's pretty cool looking.
They're dying.
I hope the camera got it.
I hope it did too. The keg is, I'm guessing, I'll see when I open it, but I'm guessing, I hit it hard a couple days in a row. So I'm guessing it's less than 4 gallons. I hope it's more than 3, but it could be 3. So we're gonna add almost a gallon. So 3 or 4 Hefe gallons. Like I say, I'll know when I open it. To a gallon of that. I actually wish it was more sour. This probably isn't going to be enough sourness to do sour brown ale. It's starting to stink. It's at 156. Almost has a soapy smell. Yeah, kind of a soapy smell. Try and get right over it. Not very pleasant. Yeah, that's warm. For sure. So, I'll top up the beer. The way it's heated like that has a soapy aroma quality to it. Not in a pleasant way. Yeah, that's so good. I'm definitely getting a different kind of buzz. Like, I think it's hitting me more. And the readings said it's only 4%. So, for 4%, and this basically being my second glass, guess I haven't eaten a whole lot today, in that I only had a single corn dog. So that's probably part of it. It just seems to, I don't know, I think it's hitting me a little quicker. I'm packing a little more of a punch than just this Hefe was straight. Like I said, I've been diving into this Hefe the last few times pretty hard. You know, probably, I mean, shit. If I have 5 of these times 16, was that like 80 ounces? Half gallon is 64. So I should have easily drinking, you know, and if I did that at least twice. So I bet there's about 3 gallons left. Yeah. Anything else? Go sanitize and open the fucking keg. Dump it in. Should I come back for another review? What the fuck? We'll do one more. If I remember. Alright, so I just poured a glass. It's been a few minutes since I actually tapped it. So the head's dying down. Which I suppose is to be expected, mixing it with, you know, half that's uncarbed, or not half, but a gallon of uncarbed mixed with, it was probably, sad to say, close to 2 gallons. Maybe, at most it was 2.5. It was a sad state of affairs, but now I got a good 3 gallons. So we're back up. Let's do the, I smell more of the normal Hefe. I shook the keg a little and then tapped the glass, but maybe because the other shit was so hot it stayed on top and the keg's drawn from the bottom. So maybe I didn't really get much sour. I'm not smelling much of the funkiness like I was. I mean, of course, this ain't a true 50-50 ratio like what I was doing during the earlier testing. Let me give a sample. That almost seems more sour now. I don't know why. Of course, I could just be getting fucking rocked. I don't smell the funky, but I tasted the sour. Of course, I could just be used to the funky smell, because when I was heating it up, this whole fuck, it still is just reeking. In our house, we have drop ceiling tiles. I don't know if that's showing. See that motherfucker? But, and they just seem to totally retain whatever smells are in our house. So it's great on a day you're cooking something that smells great. Not so great on a day that you're heating up beer you fermented out with fucking yogurt. Oh, speaking of which, here's the yeast cake, which I save in the mason jars, you know. Check that out. It looks like a fucking normal yeast. That looks like normal yeast. I think I even see a chunk of cherry from the cherry yogurt. But that looks pretty normal. If I look close, when I look close at it, it looks like it's made up of real small balls, where I don't get that sensation of vision from normal yeast. I don't know. But basically, same color, same appearance. And that 100% came from yogurt. Crazy. I don't know that this is going to be what I'm looking for to do a sour brown. I don't know. Maybe you got to go the mash souring route, you know, like do it in your mash tun. I don't know. I don't know if I should pursue. I got to think about this, and I don't know. I'll see what the guys at the club say. Alright, the wifey and I just ran out, picked up a couple things to throw on the grill, and when we come back in, Like I was saying earlier, the house holds and retains smells, and she pegged it. She totally pegged it. Walking in, she's like, it smells sour. And I'm like, yeah, but it's funky, you know? It's not total sour. And she pegged it. It's a yeasty sour. It has that total yeasty smell. Like after you rack your beer and you smell your bucket or your primary, smell that yeast cake. It's real yeasty. That's what this is. It's some sour with that yeastiness aroma. And I think when I warmed that shit up, that's what was, you know, to me, I said it was smelling soapy. The wife didn't agree with that at all. She's like, that's not soapy, it smells sour. Sour, you know, I'm like, soapy, no, and she's sour, so whatever. I'm gonna say it's a yeasty sourness. That's what it's smelling like. Not very pleasant, you know, that over yeast, it's too much. So, just wanted to check in. Here's a little bit of that. Totally got the sour character. I like it better out of the keg like that right now. Except for, I mean, which I had in the first one too, but it's got that undercarbness. So I'm going to crank my PSI up to 30 and let it sit. That's what I'm going to do. Or I could fast carb a little bottle if I wanted. Maybe I'll do that. I'm going to fast carb a little bottle. See how that tastes while I fire up the grill. Maybe I'll check back in. Alright, it's just amazing how yeasty the fucking yogurt shit smells. So, I went and fast carbed using the carbonator. I'm going to dump it in a glass here. Alright, so that's been extra carbonated. I cranked it up to 30 psi. Did some shaking. Here we go. Alright. I also left it at 30 psi and put the keg on at that. So I'm going to let it sit like that for a day or two. I'll check it tomorrow, see how she is. My nostrils are kind of shot, but I still get strong yeasty, strong clove. I can't really drink with my nose. Crazy to think all I put in that gallon batch was fucking yogurt, and it looks so much like yeast. Awesome. I'm just amazed it's not a dump project. So that's kind of a win that way. Kind of a lose that it ain't sour enough for what I was really looking for. I'm gonna go fire up the Barbie and rock these babies. You want to see it? You want to see? I mean, I shouldn't have bought them. I shouldn't have did it. But I did. I got a belch. Oh! Oi! If it ain't that end, it's the other end. I almost bought some Hacker Shore at that liquor store. But, oh here, taste this. I carved it up.
Do you have a receipt?
A little extra. I do.
Tastes fine.
The half pound of jerky was $8.68, and the steaks were, which are, calling them filet mignons, they were $11.24 for the two of them. For a grand total of $19.92. Graduation year. Just means I'm fucking old. Oh, thanks for not running that water. Appreciate the noise. Oh, and I don't need that light. Well, there she is. She's on the YouTube. Bye. Bye.